the difference between MOS, red dot sights, and RMS. Greetings, friends. I imagine that many of you pistol red dot sight users have been seeing in the last few months or the last 2 years, more or less, maybe, the type of sight coming out that's on the market, and the footprint, meaning the footprint of the sight, which is the bottom part that attaches to the slide, which is a different system. One wonders, how much more are they going to keep changing things? How much longer are we going to be seeing different things? Well, I think technology never stops advancing, and I imagine that the changes often correspond to experiences that have been happening with firearm users. I've seen many sights that have come loose, that have detached. Of course, I'm talking about good quality sights, very well installed. And it's just that sometimes the vibrations from shooting, and also misused by the user who likes to grab the sight up here and rack the slide with the sight instead of using the slide itself, which is what I recommend. This type of practice, well, it might be altering the installation of your sight. Well, this can cause it to loosen up, and when you least expect it, well, it breaks. I've seen many pistols, well, not many, I've seen a few, maybe a dozen in the last 2 years. The unfortunate thing is that when that happens, we're not producing videos. There's no one filming with a phone or anything to be able to show the video of what I'm explaining. If any of you have had one of these sights come off that has broken during training or practice and fallen off, let us know. Let us know here in the comments your experience, right? But I see that now Glock pistols are coming with the RMS system, the Generation 6. And this is a change in how it's installed. And when we say how it's installed, it's not the difference, because there are screws that you put in there and that's it, right? But how the sight is gripped to the slide with this new system, okay? And the cut that the pistol has now is for the RMS type sight, which we use the number 4 adapter. It has the number 04 right there, which is the one that fits directly on there. The adapter has to do with what type of sight you're going to use. And the OSIGHT sight we have here today is the K model, which is the latest thing that just came out on the market for OSIGHTs. And well, it calls for the adapter to be number 4, the one placed here. Even in the instructions, it also tells you how much, according to the screw you're going to use. We're going to use the M4 screw. Well, you have to apply 17 inch-pounds of torque, right? The advantage of this system is that since the slide has a lower cut here, first, it's not necessary to look for taller sights, because with that cut, well, the sight we're going to use, the sight, the red dot, sits lower, and the original sights can be used. It's not necessary then to look for larger sights. You can keep the original sights. Well, and when you install these sights, remember that the sight manufacturer specifies how much torque it takes, how much pressure these screws take. And I have here in my Glock Armorer's kit this torque wrench, and so it indicates, right, how much pressure. We need 17 inches, and there we go. The sight comes with its little wrench, right, to tighten and everything you need, but of course, I prefer to use one of my Armorer's tools. And as I told you, this is the OSIGHT K model. OSIGHT K, the latest thing OSIGHT has released. the sight is already installed, and it also comes with a cover, right? It covers here. It's a sight where the dot is 6 MOA, okay? MOA, meaning 6 minutes of angle is the width of the green dot, and it's an RMS C. Excellent sight, and we're going to be using it here at AlphaCalibre. Well, that's how the OSIGHT K, the OSIGHT K type looks installed. And look at how the cut is here and underneath. And honestly, the height, I don't know if it shows well in the video. I'm going to show it the other way so it looks better, let's say, right? How the height is with the rear sight. Well, flush here with the height of the electronic sight and the front sight. It sits at a good height. Well, and most of these sights, and this one is no exception, the OSIGHT is no exception, come factory calibrated. Although, of course, I recommend that you calibrate them before using them. And the recommendation is that it be 25 yards for ballistics reasons, which we won't go into detail now. But with a 9mm, for example, or for estos, 25 yards is the most appropriate on this pistol. Let's see how it goes. I'm at 25 yards, and let's see how it hits a few shots down there. Here we go. Well, and the truth is that I imagine the ergonomics did help me. Here I have an excellent group and I'm at 25 yards, okay? This, however, notice that it's low. It's a bit low here. That means this sight might need to be adjusted a tiny bit up. And that's what I'm telling you. It's supposed to come calibrated for 25 yards, but whenever you install a sight, whether it's a red dot, telescopic, any type of sight, you must come to the range and test, always test and make the corresponding adjustments. Friends, so my conclusion is that the new technology does help it grip better because of the cut it has underneath. And it also helps so that the sights don't get covered with the new sight, let's say. I mean, the iron sights or plastic in this case don't get so covered by the red dot or green dot sight, and so it's not necessary for you to install taller sights. However, this OSIGHT K that I have here, when installed, well, it sits like flush. Okay, I'd say flush like that, right? It sits right there, very close to the height of the sights. You have to train, practice for that, but I do think the new RMS system is an improved system to avoid those vibrations in the sight, since it fits better. With that, I'll leave you. I hope the video was useful to you. Leave me your comment down below. Let me know what experience you've had with red dot sights, if any have broken, come loose. If you're using this system already, and if you're using an OSIGHT K type too, since it's the latest thing they've released on the market, the OSIGHT K type. And let's see how it goes, or how it's going with the OSIGHT. I'm Jaime, president and founder of the AlphaCalibre Agency for Investigation, Security, Firearm Training, and Online Gunsmithing. And we'll see you next Saturday. Thank you very much.